Ready for the autopsy?
Let's get started.
Race, human. Gender, male. Wounds, extensive.
Shani, this isn't a lecture hall.
Whatever you say. He died yesterday, torn to pieces.
A werewolf?
The moon's shining. Wouldn't he turn into a lycanthrope?
I guess.
Geralt, no need to test me. I'm a professional. Moving on.
Could a human have inflicted these wounds?
Only with a 2-foot jaw.
The bone marrow has been sucked out. Must be scavengers.
Very likely. Plenty around the cemetery.
So, he was torn to pieces after he died. I'm interested in the cause of death.
I also see some stab wounds. A blade 2 fingers wide.
What do you think it means?
Nothing. Anyone can cut somebody up like that.
An assassin's dagger. Ramsmeat's men.
It'd be nice to find something conclusive.
Any suggestions?
Let's check his internal organs. Where shall we start?
Let's look at the lungs.
Perforated. Odd, the weapon didn't hit any vital organs.
You mean the wounds weren't the cause of death?
If they were, we'd see pneumothorax.
Can you survive pneumothorax?
Yes, an average surgeon could cure you. At worst, you'd spend the rest of your life whistling when you breathed.
Look at the heart.
The heart's untouched, but the aorta's been cut by a dagger.
Was it fatal?
Yes.
Let's look at the liver.
Completely cirrhotic, but he doesn't look a drunk.
Poison?
Yes, it also caused convulsions, paralysis, and cardiac arrest. That explains why rigor mortis lasted so long.
Could bandits have obtained such poison?
They could have purchased it from someone. There's a shifty-looking merchant among them.
Look at the heart.
The heart's on...
Was it...
Yes.
Let's look at...
Perforate...
You mean the...
If they were...
Can you...
Yes.
Look at the...
The heart...
Was it...
Yes.
Everything's...
So far, yeah.
We'll all die, we'll all die.
As you can see, the tongue's been removed. Quite brutally, though after his death.
A clear message to those who say too much.
Bandits?
Yes. Really subtle. Ramsmeat's style. He didn't realize a corpse could say so much. Thanks, that's the evidence I needed.
Yes?
I have the autopsy results.
And?
I'm certain it was bandits. Ramsmeat's men.
How do you know?
All the evidence suggests it. Clearly Ramsmeat got rid of a loose tongue, killed the man to silence him.
So it went smoothly.
Mm-hmm. Where can I find him?
He's usually at the Hairy Bear Tavern, or at his own dive nearby. 2 thugs with hammers watch the door.
Memorable.
Come back later. I need to analyze this information. Here at last?
Mm-hmm.
Listen, I got it all figured out. Kalstein and Ramsmeat were associates. I have irrefutable evidence.
What do we do with that information?
We set a trap, though it might be dangerous. Gather your equipment and come back later.
All right.
Yes?
I wanted to ask you about the commander of the Royal Guards.
I saw him in town some time ago, busy bashing perverts.
How come?
What don't you understand? Everyone knows the Guard Commander hates anyone he can call deviant.
Everyone knows, but few care.
Yes?
I find your reasoning somewhat flawed.
Witcher, don't get me wrong, but this is hardly my first case. I'm in my element. Been wading in this bog for years. I'm good at what I do. I don't go around telling you how to hunt monsters, do I?
I know how to handle monsters.
And I know how to handle this case.
Something's been worrying me.
Speak freely, Geralt. You can trust me.
Maybe later. I need to make...
Yes?
I have a suspect.
Spit it.
Never mind. Something's been worrying me.
Speak freely.
It's you. I have the impression you've changed.
No reason to be shy? Tell me.
Recently, my medallion has vibrated every time I've come here.
Must be my warning amulets. Salamandra's men could attack at any moment.
It vibrates a lot.
A master mage made these amulets. They're not Saint Lebioda's tailbones or other crap from the market square.
That's not my only concern.
What else? Yes?
I'm ready for Ramsmeet.
Good. He leads Salamandra's armed force. You have to kill him.
Won't be easy, but I'll try.
Good one. Finally, a solid meal. Got you, bastard!
Your turn to die!
Stop right there.
Save me!
Stop right there.
Spare some coin?
Yeah?
I heard creatures threaten the transport of goods.
Yes, I assume you're not asking for curiosity's sake.
I'm hoping someone will pay for their removal.
I may. The dog by the swamp is crucial to my business. The creatures have caused me losses.
What are the beasts like?
Drowners. They emerge at night, destroying goods and murdering carriers. I'll pay 400 orens to be rid of them.
A pleasure doing business.
Indeed.
Let's talk.
Yes?
How's business?
You think me a seller of turnips? I run...
I see.
You're confusing...
Let's talk.
Yes? Yeah?
We need to talk about your dealings with Salamandra. I know you bribed the guards.
Hardly unusual in any business. The guards get their... bonuses.
How do you...
I'm doing...
I see.
Now,
You paid...
why would I bother with a criminal?
Why not?
Would I do it so clumsily as to implicate myself?
I suppose not. I don't have any definitive...
Wise. Not now. Yeah.
I think you're paying for salamander pins. I'm just not sure why you would do that.
You're mistaken.
Why so defensive? I'm also after Salamandra and can prove it.
If so, bring me 3 pins. Then we'll talk.
I have 3 salamander pins. Will you tell me about your secret society now?
Excellent. I normally pay 20 apiece, but I'll make an exception. I'll give you 10 times that.
Great, but I still want to know why you're paying bounty hunters to track down bandits.
They're not good for business.
Your business?
All businesses. Listen, there are forces beyond your imagination at work here. Be thankful you don't know the world for what it is.
Luvarden, I've heard so many high and mighty speeches that yours doesn't impress me. I don't give a shit about these forces. My only concern is reaching the Salamandra leaders and killing Azar Javed.
That I'd like to see. Should you succeed, find me, and I'll reward you handsomely. And if you destroy Salamandra as a whole, I will repay you for your efforts.
That won't be easy. I may come see you again, and I'll be counting on your assistance.
I'll help if I can.
See you later.
Yes?
I've nearly completed my investigation.
All right, speak.
I'll be back.
Yeah? Yes?
I've nearly completed.
All right.
If you don't work with...
A modest merchant. Allow me to show gratitude with a gift.
Quit bluffing, Declan.
This symbol signifies my secret society. We seek to destroy Salamandra.
Learn anything useful?
The Salamanders have risked much. This is a political matter, let me tell you. Some larger schemes at play in Redania. Few people know this secret. King Foltest, the Lodge of Sorceresses, and I watch the northern border.
How does this relate to Salamandra?
Azar Javed has sent a special force north. My men saw them. He too knows something's brewing and is making preparations.
Huge trees, strange symbols, tamed beasts, even a dryad. This must be the Druid's Grove.
Gwynblade. Gwynblade.
Gwynblade. What's that mean?
White Wolf.
You know me?
Your name precedes you.
You may know more than me. I remember nothing of my past.
Some things are better forgotten. Nevertheless, I do feel sorry for you.
Can you help?
Sadly, no. Perhaps my sisters from Brokilon could help, but they are far away.
Tell me about Brokilon.
Brokilon is the Dryad homeland, a wilderness untouched by humans. Those surrounding Brokilon wish to claim our forests, and thus humans and Dryads fight continuously along the borders.
Who is winning?
Our archers are matchless, but how long can we resist the brute force that rendered humans the world's rulers?
Why don't you reach a compromise with the humans?
Ha! You treat concessions as weaknesses and believe acts of goodwill are traps. You will never accept our otherness.
So you agree with the elves and dwarves fighting for independence?
Those children? They have long forgotten the struggle's meaning, craving blood and revenge, having only contempt for humans. They fail to see they begin to resemble the humans themselves. We merely defend our home, Gwynblade, and have no ambition of driving humans into the sea.
Tell me about your lives.
Brokilon is our home, Ithlin our lady. We live in harmony with the forest, flowing through the thickets and knowing the forest's secrets.
Are you happy?
Like humans, we have joys and sorrows, though our end is near. The war with the humans continues, and our numbers diminish.
Tell me about Brokilon.
Brokilon is the Dryad homeland, a wilderness untouched by humans. Those surrounding Brokilon wish to claim our forests.
Who?
Our
That's...
We-
What are you doing here?
'Tis a secret. Though I'm taking the chance to visit this grove of old, beautiful trees.
Farewell.
What?
I seek a boy missing from the Brickmakers' village.
I've not seen him.
The Brickmakers claim you changed children into dryads.
Fools! Only adults are accepted here. Children would only trouble us. As for dryads, ask them yourself.
Farewell.
Are you a fool seeking a magical strength-giving beverage? What? What is it?
You druids control nature's forces, right?
No, we cannot. Rather, we live by its rhythms.
You train wild animals, and you can stir up a storm?
No, I mean yes, but not by force.
Well, I need a tempest with thunder and lightning. Can you create one?
I can, but as I said...
I'll pay. Call it a donation toward the prevention of further devastation of the environment.
500 orens.
That's too much.
Things are getting more expensive, and we have to live somehow.
I'll come back when you...
Welcome to the Druid's Grove.
Greetings.
Marvelous place. I come here when I need to think, and the peacefulness helps clear my mind. Even a witcher is welcome here.
One more word about my accepting my otherness and finding the home I never had, and I'll cry like a baby.
Sarcasm only serves to expose your inhibitions.
Ooh, an elven psychoanalyst.
I spent decades among humans. I find your kind as complicated as the schematics of a flail.
Decades? Live that long among humans, you're bound to become more like them than you ever wanted to be.
Are you speaking from experience, Monster Slayer?
A sharp wit. I'm Geralt.
My name's Yavin.
Let's talk.
Yes.
I'm looking for witcher's work.
Then I'll ask you a favor. I need a letter delivered to Vizima, where I'm not welcome. As a witcher, you should find little difficulty tending to monsters on the way and avoiding trouble with the guards at the city gates.
Who's the letter to?
I'd be obliged if you could deliver it to Vivaldi, a dwarf living in town, and then return his reply to me.
I'll do it. I'm going to Vizima anyway.
Thank you.
What can you tell me about your kind? What makes you elves tick?
Let us pray beneath the trees, for the trampled heather, for blood that has been shed, for fate that has been destroyed.
I'm not sure I'm understanding this.
For death inflicted by sword, for the pain of others and our own.
What can you tell me about...
For the for
Nice.
Good sir. Do you need a boat?
This is our territory. Run.
Witcher, go and see Yaron Bolt, the lead woodcutter. He ought to have a job for you. He lives at the southern end of the swamp.
Right. Thanks.
What do you want?
Take me to the other...
Time is money. Ready to go?
I wouldn't have paid you otherwise. Take me to town.
Yes?
Something's been worrying me.
Speak freely, Geralt. You can trust me.
It's you. I have the impression you've changed.
No reason to be shy? Tell me.
Why the world map on your wall? Developed an interest in international politics?
Everyone should know what's going on in the world. It also improves my image. Say you were a client. What would you think when you saw that map?
I am a client, and I think you're really interested in the Redania-Temeria border. You've marked it with pins.
Witch's vision. I forgot. But we're not all witches. A normal person would think, what a worldly fellow. He must have worked all over. And that's the idea.
That's not my only concern.
What else?
I have a
Spitter.
Never mind.
What brings...
I have a message for you from Yevon.
Yevon? I don't need to read it. I know what he wants. Witcher know that whether elf, human or dwarf, they all want the same thing.
Power.
My distant cousin Rudolph is a shepherd. His entire life he has driven 300 sheep from one place to another. He's the master of their life and death. Somehow I don't envy him.
Brilliant response.
Return later, after I prepare my answer to Yevon. I've no time. What
Have you finished your answer to Yevon?
Yes, here it is. The elf will surely reward you.
Let's hope you're right.
So what'll it be? We doing some
Can you get me inside the cemetery?
I can do anything, but I don't feel like it.
How can I convince you?
This damn investigation is getting tiring. Prove me innocent.
You gamble?
I'm an abso-fucking-lutely great poker player. Why?
Care to play?
Don't make me laugh, you're a swiving amateur. Get some practice before you fucking bother me again. Hell with it. Drinking with you's a fucking treat. I'll show you something interesting, though I shouldn't. I found a book, Redanian Intelligence, a history. Everybody thought this damn scroll had disappeared.
The Nilfgaardian goods are shoddy and inexpensive.
Yes?
The dock is safe now.
I knew you'd do it. Here's your payment.
Thanks.
Yes?
What?
I want to get inside the
City authorities prohibited it.
How can I change your mind?
I'd need Captain Mice's permission.
No other way to sway you?
Actually, I've a terrible debt with Toller. Clear those debts, the cemetery key's yours. Get in.
I know we need a witcher to kill the sewer beast, but the butcher of Blavik?
What's the problem?
I know who you are. The city guards are watching you. I'll hear no humans being slain in this town.
You'd hardly be the first to know.
Witty, what you want?
Anything interesting? Shops? Taverns?
There's one tavern, 3 gates, a market, a hospital, and dark alleys you'd best avoid.
What's the tavern?
The Hairy Bear? A true cesspit with dodgy clientele. Better to drink from a trough.
What about the gates?
One leads to the dock, another to the castle, and the third to the merchant's quarter.
Where do I find them?
You cannot use the merchants and castle gates without a permit. The king has instituted a quarantine.
Where are the merchants?
They're by the castle gate.
What's the hospital like?
It reeks of the plague. They treat the diseased, burning the rags they use. Anyone who gets on our bad side gets stationed there.
I must go.
Look.
I saw people with salamander badges in town.
Get out of here, Witcher.
But...
We cannot speak further. Captain's orders.
Who did you confide?
Tala, the fence. Hester and his living...
Before I went down the sewers. Somehow I sense it was no...
I marked the place on...
You should...
Maybe...
See...
I don't recall inviting you, but come in.
I'm here to see...
Get out! Stomping into my home!
But...
What's it?
Does Sean...
She's busy cleaning and doesn't have time.
I have an appointment.
Didn't your mother teach you better manners? She'd not forgive herself for raising such a monster.
But...
What's he want? Say something.
Move aside.
Get out!
But...
Welcome, dear. Do have... What? You drunk?
Not true.
Out! Don't let me see you again!
You didn't see me. You didn't see me. You didn't see me. You didn't see me. You didn't see me.
You do.
Did you?
How did
dogs
let me?
A poppy son.
That's a lot.
Am I?
But why?
Will you strut about proud? Be glad.
I suppose that you have contacts among the city guards.
Damn dangerous times.
So you...
I pay...
I may have just figured this out.
Not now.
You didn't see me.
I've figured out Salamandra.
We'll see.
Let's summarize.
I'm really fucking interested.
There's nothing to the story.
What's your problem?
You're no criminal genius, Toller, though you might like to be.
So who am I? Some pious priestess's virginity that she lost in a dark alley?
A little conniver who buys debts to feel important, to have power over people if only for a moment.
That hurt, Geralt.
You talk a bundle, but when push comes to shove, you hide under the city guard's bibs. You lack balls.
Shut the fuck up.
Stop pretending you have principles. You come across the property of a witcher, someone who risks his life for people like you, and what do?
Tell me.
You ignore it. Just more prizes to peddle. You're an insignificant fence, nothing more.
That concludes your investigation? I'm almost disappointed.
You're not worth my time.
The great Geralt has spoken. He lectures, plays the wise one, and I couldn't give a rat's arse. Not being petty, I won't take it personally. All customers lose their wits once in a while. I'll let you in on something. I might have gotten on Azor's bad side once. The bastard lusts after antiques and luxuries, like any savage who makes a corner too. I was once asked to handle an entire transport of that shit. Turned out it was for him, except I needed the city guard's help at the time. I tipped Vincent off and they confiscated everything. I've needed even more protection since. Hell with it. So what?
Can you get me inside the cemetery?
I could do anything. Tell the gravedigger his debt's cleared. He'll piss his pants in gratitude.
Thanks.
I respect those who take...
Silver sword mean anything to you?
Why do you ask?
I don't have time for chit-chat.
Take no offense.
Where did you get the sword?
I want it from a gardener.
Where can I find him?
The garden at St. Lebioda's hospital.
You make ends meet?
Depends who you play.
Where is it worth playing?
If your pouch be full, the wealthy part of town. Here, you're more apt to get stabbed than walk away rich.
Take care.
What do you know?
I want to get inside the cemetery.
City authorities prohibited it.
What if Thaler cancelled your debts?
Is that possible?
I bought your debts from him, but you must help me.
Here are the keys. Go inside where we lay the fresh ones, but if they kill you, don't return to haunt me.
Farewell.